Or is that the acid splash for it?
Yeah, that's the acid splash firing at the freaking goblin.
Alright, it lands. Javier?
Javier casts Seeker on himself, taking a +2 to his next ranged attack roll, and then pass his turn.
Wait.
Yeah, you get to.
Why?
Because if you take another 5-foot step, then you can't take a 5-foot combat step while you're entangled. So if you take another step, you get a free attack.
That's lame. Okay. Okay, this is going to take a step forward and hold his turn.
The goblin can see clearly now that the sand is gone.
Lol, nice.
I went there.
Yeah, you did.
He steps back. Where's my thing? Drawing a sling. And slings a rock towards Kathos. Missing. Actually, what's your AC at Kathos? Let's see. You got a -4. Plus you're entangled, so you got that -2 to Dex. Or rather, -4 to Dex. Put you 6 below. I don't think that still meets either way.
Sure doesn't.
Okay, Dominicus.
We'll take a double move action.
Kyrie.
Kyrie is going to move out of the entanglement.
I believe so. Or does it count if it touches the circle?
Let's see. Yeah, it does still count that square. You know what? I'm not too worried about it. She's good.
Okay.
The circles are just weird in this game. Do a box next time. Or just a radius. Oh, Yes, Kyrie, you're free.
Well, that's it for.
Kyrie, from the thickets beside you, Steve French appears and bites at your legs. This is against your flat-footed. Dealing 5 damage to you as he bites your legs.
Wait a minute. Kathos has a special ability that gives Kyrie a +2 to AC and saving throws whenever he is within arm's reach of her. It's called Shield Ally. Would that apply to her flat-footed as well? It applies to all ACs, right?
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, so there you
now
go.
she has a -4. So that puts her at, I think, 10 flat-footed.
-4.
Kathos.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Steve French, biting at her legs, grabs hold with his teeth and attempts to pull Kyrie down. Oof. Yeah. However, he cannot muster the strength to pull her firm footing as Kathos holds her near. Javier.
Javier, well, he's gonna take a few steps out of this nonsense. And he's going to cast Biting Wind on this guy right here. So I need to make a ranged touch attack, I believe. Hang on one sec, let me just look it up real quick. Okay, so, range, yeah, I make a ranged touch attack. One sec. Does a 12 hit?
And keep in mind you are pressed, so you are at -4 to your attack roll.
Does an 8 hit?
No.
Okay, alright, well that's the end of my turn then. I tried.
Kathos.
Kathos is going to roar at the Steve French and attack it with his claws.
Your second claw lands. goblin loads another pellet in its sling and swings at Kyrie, or throws.
Pretty sure that hits if she's flat-footed still.
She is not flat-footed in this case,
Okay, then it shouldn't hit.
so she has a normal AC of 15. She's got a
+2 from Kathos,
Plus
+2
two
from
from
Weird
Kathos.
Vibrations.
so no, it does not hit. It just narrowly misses her. Dominicus.
Dominicus is going to raise a paw from his cloak and get swifty. And channel energy into all of his allies. Everybody heal for 10. And Dominicus is also going to move outside of the circle, or attempt to move outside the circle. Guess it.
Kyrie.
Am I being held by this thing?
No.
Okay. Kyrie's gonna move next to Javier. Wait. And then I'm going to acid splash the goblin.
Yes, it lands. And you burn the goblin with acid. Steve French steps forward and takes a bite at Javier.
Oh, what? Get away from me, Steve French. Oh yeah, that hits.
Dealing 6 damage. And tripping Javier, pulling him by the ankles to the ground.
Oh no!
The leopard roars angrily at Javier, its face just above his body.
Javier says, go ahead and do it. I've been waiting on someone like you.
Get up, Javier.
And then he gets up on his turn.
Alright, you're going to stand up.
Yeah, does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
You know it does.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is. So I'm standing up.
deals 9 damage to you, biting
Tink,
you
tink.
as you manage to stand up.
Tink tink, tink tink, tink tink. Okay, Javier's still up, but he ain't looking good. So would standing up be my move action or my full turn action?
It's a move action.
Okay, in that case, Javier is going to cast Biting Wind on the leopard that's just bit him, because he's mad now. So it's a ranged touch attack. Just be a d20 plus 2.
That is an excellent roll.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it just barely misses.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Does that spell require semantic components?
That's a good question. What spell did I cast again?
Biting Wind?
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
Because if it does, then there's another unfortunately.
No, I don't think it does.
Alright, yeah, if it's just verbal, you're good.
Let's see.
I like to think of it, he does the squats whenever he casts a spell.
It says components VSM. What does that mean?
Oh, dude, it takes verbal, semantic, and material to make that. So that gives him an attack of opportunity because you have to reach into your pouch, grab your component, and then wave your hands.
But I have issue materials because I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah. The good thing about that is that he has already used an attack of opportunity this round.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But since I have issue materials and I don't need components.
Well, but you still have to wave your hands around and shit.
Oh, okay. Word. Oh, miss. In turn.
Kathos.
Kathos is going to flank Steve French and attack him with his club.
And rip his flanks off.
Ooh. Does not confirm, but you land a solid blow on Steve French. The goblin steps back and produces a wand, activating it, causing a ball of fire to appear in his hand. Dominicus?
Dominicus raises his hand and his paws from his cloak into the air. I can't stop doing that. Raises his paws from his cloak into the air and cries the name of Sarenrae and then lays them onto the back of Javier.
heal for 11.
You heal for 13.
Oh, Jesus. My Lord and Savior, Dominicus.
Don't thank me. It's only through Saren Ray I'm able to do these things.
Thank Saren Ray. Praise be.
Okay. Kyrie is going to take a 5-foot step back and try to snowball the goblin. My bad. I need to stop him.
Is that 21 minus 4 hit?
Against the goblin's touch. You lucky duck. Why, yes, it does. However, he manages to shake off the effect of cold. Steve French. Kathos. Steve French spins around and swings at you with its claws. Dealing 6 damage with the first strike. I'm pretty sure that one hits.
Yeah, 16 CMD. 19 CMD.
Well, we're going against regular AC at this point.
Oh, regular AC? Then no, it still doesn't hit.
So you have 19 minus 4, which bring you down to 15.
Oh yeah, that does hit. Plus no, it's only a 17. I keep forgetting about the minus 4 because of the crouch.
Okay. Dealing another 6 damage. Where's Max to make my roar for me?
So he attacked with claws and not the rip attack?
Yes.
Okay.
And those max damages, though. Javier.
Javier. One sec. Let me click out of the text box. Javier, he's going to move right here. And cast sleep. I apologize, Kathos. I hope this doesn't hit you. But he's gonna cast sleep right there. And that's gonna be a 16 versus will, I believe. Yeah, 16 versus will.
However, this does target the first 4 hit die worth of creatures, meaning that this will only affect Steve French at this point, being that Kathos is level 4.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was about to say, if it meets, does it affect it?
It will consume all of its hit die
On Steve
Steve
French?
French.
Yeah.
And Steve French handles it.
That's the end of my turn.
Kathos.
Kathos is going to crush Steve French with his claws.
Ow, fuck. First one lands. Blood is now pouring down Steve French's face. The goblin looks towards Kathos and hurls the fireball at him. Which should land. Dealing 4 fire damage.
Ooh.
Dominicus.
Dominicus raises his paws into the air and channels energy to all of his allies in the name of Saren Ray. That's the end of Dominicus' turn. Hiding behind his shield.
Should I go for the lion or? Alright, Kyrie's going to attempt to acid splash the goblin again.
The acid splash misses.
I hate to keep being that guy, but you did remember he took acid on his turn, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Steve French looking towards Kathos, blood pouring down his poor Frenchy body. Cannot seem to muster up the strength to make another swipe. He collapses, lets out a soft roar, and falls still in a pool of blood.
Dominicus mutters a prayer to Saren Ray under his breath for his fallen comrade.
hear a loud goblin shriek from the side, and you can see the anger in the goblin's face as his fallen companion lies there in this pool of blood. Javier.
Javier is going to cast. He's gonna cast sleep on the goblin, but he's gonna put it behind him right here so that it doesn't hit, anybody else, just in case. And that it's a will save against the number 16.
Where are you centering it? Your sleep goes off, but the goblin shakes the effects.
Resilient bastard, I see. Bastard.
Kathos.
Kathos is going to take a step towards the goblin and hopefully crush his face.
It does not land. The goblin grips its fiery blade and swings towards Kathos. Dealing 5 damage to Kathos. Dominicus.
Dominicus thrusts his paws into the sky once again, channeling energy into all of his allies.
Alright, Kyrie is going to ready her crossbow and aim it at the goblin and shoot.
And a miss. Steve French is dead. Leading to Javier.
Javier, first of all, is it okay? So he's holding a fiery blade. Is that correct?
Yes,
And that blade is made of metal.
it's made of fire.
It's made of fire. Is the goblin wearing? Does he have any kind of like metal armor or anything?
He has a very nice set of leather armor on.
Okay, leather armor. Okay. In that case, Javier is going to cast Seeker on himself, and then pass turn.
He also has a very nice cloak that flashes random colors periodically.
Dibs!
Katos, you don't have dibs.
Alright. Kathos is going to attack the goblin with his claws again.
Miss and miss. He swings at Kathos again with the blade, this time just barely missing.
Dominicus fires a firebolt from under his cloak and obviously misses.
Dominicus, you notice that your firebolt flies up a bit and hits the thorny thatched ceiling, burning a small hole in that lets bits of light shine through. However, the deep thicket and rather wet vines don't seem to fully ignite beyond what you've seen.
I think he might mean there. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Kyrie's going to ready her crossbow again and fire at the goblin.
Your bolt is somewhere amidst the brambles. Javier.
Javier casts. He points one finger to the sky and then points at the goblin and says, "You're really starting to be a pain in my ass. In our asses." I cast Biting Wind. That's a ranged touch. I assume it misses since I think I rolled something better earlier and it missed as well.
Indeed, that brings you down to a 13, which does not hit.
Bummer. End of turn.
Ketos.
Alright. Kathos is going to try once again to smack the friggin' goblin.
Oh. 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 Alright, so first one hits. Let's resolve that. And second one hits. The goblin, now looking very upset and bloody, seems panicked. He steps back and takes another swing at Kathos. Dealing 3 fire damage to Kathos. The goblin looks around hurriedly.
Dominicus is going to move forward and hide behind a shield, and that's it.
Okay.
Alright, Kyrie's going to fire her crossbow, ready her crossbow, and fire it at the goblin.
Which does not hit. Javier, you got this.
Well, Javier is going to make a spinning gesture and mumble a few arcane words and cast Askew Balance on the goblin. So it's a fort saving throw against the number 15. Yeah, you got that. Lol.
He stands tall for a goblin.
Pew pew.
Kyrie, this goblin is getting short with you. Or rather, Kathos. Oh my goodness. Pain and simple. Double damage and 2d6 non-lethal damage. Your strike kills the goblin. A near perfect strike to the temple of the goblin, your claws sinking deep into its skull. As you push it down with your claws, it smashes against the ground, spattering goblin guts and teeth everywhere. Combats drop.
Woo! Okay. We're gonna have to end it here because we're already at like the 4-hour and 40-minute mark.
Should we end it on a rest? That way we can just wake up and go.
Well,
next time?
we're gonna have to loot everything and stuff, and then set up camp and everything like that. So we should probably do that whenever we come back next time.
Word. I'm down with whatever.
Because I don't necessarily want to set up camp in here.
I feel you. Do you want to do the like loot and such and just end on a rest, or do you want to just end?
Okay, well, yeah, we can do the loot if Earl wants to give loot. I'm totally looting this thing in front of me.
Loot's
Yeah.
pretty quick.
I just feel like if we come back off a rest, that we can just like pick up and go. You know what I mean?
Alright. So, on the goblin, you find 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds, 2 wands, a very nice looking set of leather armor, a sling, a spear, and a magical looking cloak.
Javier offers 500 gold for the cloak, the wands, and the armor.
Dominicus says we'll talk later.
Very well.
Yeah, I assume after that we're gonna go ahead and try to move out of here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and dose out XP while I'm thinking about it.
Ka.
So, everyone add 2,000 experience.
Nice. Does anybody know if that pushes us to next level or not?
Yeah, we're level. Yeah, that'll push us to the next level on a rest.
Okay. So I'll have that set up then by next time we play.
Very good.
Okay. Let's do our outro here.
Nice.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching.